Hi guys, this is Varma. I'm from ITNS Konostoval. I'm here to talk about the routing protocols and how are they assigned and how can they be configured through into a network topology. I have configured three network topologies: EGRP, OSPF, and RIP. So in order to do that, I took a network topology and I separated into three sites, and one is Gulf site, site 1, and the Waterloo site, and the Stratford site. So I have taken each of the routing protocol to each of these sites, and for the Gulf I have taken EGIRP, and for the Waterloo I have taken um, OSPF, and for the Stratford I have taken RIP. So before I do that, I configure this I build this topology using the network device like switches, routers, layer 3 switches, layer 2 switches, servers, PCs, and connecting them using wires, networking cables. So, and I have configured IP address and other networking settings to it. So let me start with the Stratford server. I have used a RIP protocol for this server. So let me show you the server. So as you can see, this is my running config. I have enabled password, domain, SSH version 2, domain, and assigned IP address for the fast Ethernet. And so here we are. We have router IP. This is the routing protocol I have taken for this site, and router EGRP, and I have configured it with the redistribute protocol, so that I can connect with the other two. I can connect with the other two sites using the OSPF and EGRP protocols with the edge routers. So for the Stratford access router, and these are the three hosts that are depending on it, and for the edge router, it is connected to access router is connected to the edge router, and the other side of it to the Gulf edge router. So this is what I have done for the access router. Now coming to the edge router. So this is my running config. As you can see, I have connected all the necessary protocols, and here what I configured for this port. This is the MD5 authentication using OSPF, and I have connected other IP address for the fast interfaces, and router EGRP redistribution RIP for to connect to get access for with the other sites and everything, that kind of stuff. And I have configured REP with no auto summary and RIP version 2 and mod banner passwords and all the stuff. So I have configured MD5 for this port, which goes to the Gulf edge router, so that we can connect with the other sites as well through this protocol, through this authentication. This MD5, it transfer it is better than plain text password or data to transfer from one site to one device to another device. So in order to connect with other sites, I have used EIGRP protocol, which was used by site A and the site B as well in the edge routers to connect with the sites. So this is it for the site C, that is Stratford. Coming to the, let's get into the site A, which is the which is the Gulf site. So let me take out all the ports list on it. So yeah, it's good. No ports. Okay. Now coming into the Gulf side, I have configured EGRP in the both routers, and OSPF and MD5 authentication, OSPF MD5 authentication for the edge router and as well as for the Waterloo edge, in order to make contact and connection between the sites and to get information from one side to the other side. In order to secure the information, I have used MD5 authentication. So in addition to that, I have configured AAA authentication in the Gulf Edge and access to Gulf access routers, both of them, to get access through the TACX server, and I have configured all the necessary data in the TACX server to get to for the authentication details. If I want to get into the Tacket server, get into the Gulf Edge or Gulf Access routers, it will ask the authentication details the static server, so that we will get we are going to authenticate it if we type the right credentials. So let me show the configurations for running configurations for my routers. So AAA new model, TACX server, and password and username, IPS version 2, and loop. I have configured loopback network as well, and I have configured MD5 authentication for the port 00, which is connected to the Waterloo site edge server. And after that, this is for this 01 port connected to the Stratford edge router and IP address, and I have configured EGRP. As I said, like I have configured EGRP in this site, Gulf site. So OSPF, in order to configure the OSPF MD5 authentication, we need to configure OSPF as well. So TACX server TACX server details of the host into the we are embedding the TACX server details into the AAA model of the Gulf and edge routers. So this is it for the edge router, and accessing to the access router. So you can see local TACX server, new model, password, IP, SSH, loopback, fast Ethernet, and EGRP configuration, OSPF, and stuff banner, and TACX server and ADS server host, passwords, and everything. As I said earlier, for the edge router, that goes for the access router as well. So now I'm gonna show I have configured spanning tree to minimize the network loops. So let us see that. See, this is the spanning tree that was enabled in this switch, and I made it as a root device. So it has the cost 19 port 1, and designated port is FA02, which is the neighboring switch, and this is that one. So I have used this priority ID 24577 to configure the other two neighboring switches, so that I can minimize the network loop. So the made this as a root device. So I have attached TACX server to the switch 1 and web server to the switch 2, and I have assigned AAA service of host for the access server and as edge server, and as well as the access server, and as well as username over here. So this is what, and I can show you the web page as well. That is my customized web page, and 10.200 dot 0 dot 50. This is my customized web page. We can make it customizable by editing this index HTML. We can do whatever over here. So that's it for the that's it for the that's it for everything. And now coming to the Waterloo access server, I have configured OSPF with redistribution over here, and as well as EIGRP over here. So let me show you. So, yeah, we got access from the radius server, and now show running config. So let me show my configuration. What I have configured, I have configured through a new model to get authentication details from the radius server, which is over here. We can get the authentication details from the radius server to authenticate over here, and it should be verified what we are using to authenticate the credentials. So after that, username, password, IP, SSH, and yeah, here it is. This is a edge server. I have configured MD5 with the OSPF enabled in it to the port with the Gulf Edge server. So IP addresses, and here it is. EIGRP to make a connection with the other routers, other sites, router device, etc. And router OSPF with redistribute networks, subnet networks with no autocast. Yeah, this is it. So radius server details embedding into the router, password and stuff. This is it. And now coming to the access router. So we have to do everything. We have to authenticate into the every time. So because we have configured the enforce login, secure shell, and everything. Yeah, here it is, and show running config. So loopback network, fast Ethernet port, EJRP, OSPF enable, and what the radius server authentication, everything details are embedded into the access server, and I have configured those like edge router. So I have configured VLAN routing and inter VLAN routing and VLAN trunking for these PCs and for this network. So I have configured it in the Waterloo distribution switch. And let me show you, it is a layer 3 service. So I have used switch port mode. So in order to do the VLAN routing. So let me show my running on. Oh, this is bad. I have entered a wrong command. So let me show the VLANs that I have configured. So in this I have the gigabit port up for the IP for this distribution switch, and I have VLAN 10, VLAN 20 up for the IP address 97.113, and I have assigned these to the other switches which devices. I have, this is a VLAN 10 device, and this is a VLAN 20, VLAN 20, VLAN 10, VLAN 20. I have assigned them over here. It's like settings, fast Ethernet. No. I have assigned over here. I have VLAN and VLAN over here, Let me show it. Fast Ethernet. Yeah, yeah. Here I have sent all the stuff to the. So let me show my running config. Yeah, here it is. I have assigned for the switches with the 10102 port, which is the this is the port that I have assigned VLAN 10, and switch port access trunking. I have done trunking and everything. And for the switch number 2, I have done the same process when I have assigned VLAN 20 and the stuff, IP address, and I have as an EGRP, OSPF, and as well as Monty banner, everything. So let us go to the switches. So we can assign over here VLAN 20, and that's port number 2, and VLAN 3, that's VLAN 20, that's this device, and PC number 4, and that is this VLAN 10. I have configured over here through selecting the VLAN for the devices. That's it. And now coming to the switch, as you can see, I have assigned, yeah, VLAN 20 for the PC1 and port number 3 for the VLAN 10. Yeah, that's it. I have configured all of this. Let me show you the connectivity from this PC, Stratford PC. Let me show you. Ping 102.100.0. I am pinging to the Waterloo radio server so that it can tell you like it can ping from all the way from Stratford PC3 to all the way to Waterloo radio server. So I'm showing that, yeah, it's pinging, it's connected, and there is no connection break over here. And let me access into the let me access into the Waterloo edge or access router so that we can verify the Waterloo radius server radius server usage. Yeah, and SSH minus L VA1809 and 10.200.0. and its IP address is 81. And let me show AAA session. Somehow, yeah, here it is, the session. It's reload to, after the reload is the second session, and its ID is 4. As you can see, I have access to the Waterloo access server. Now exit, and I'm gonna show you the pinging of pinging to the Stratford TechX server, Gulf TechX server, and its IP address is 51. And you can even access into your Gulf access router with the Gulf edge router. We can go with the Gulf edge router. Show IP sessions, show. So this is the second reload session. Yeah. So we have got access through it. So this is what I have done. This is what I have done to it, and I have access through all the servers and routers from one over to the other. and I can show you from site B to site C as well. Dot 51. It's like 146. Yeah, it's pinging. So it's good. It's everything good. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope you will get the knowledge what you desired from it, and you can get yeah, that's it. Thank you.